Well, with fall here, it's a perfect time to head on over to Hometown Supply, where you'll find a great selection of ATVs, go-karts, scooters, golf carts, wooden gym sets. You'll even find electric gas and kerosene heaters and pure kerosene in 1 gallon, 2.5 gallon, and 5-gallon containers. And don't forget, Hometown Supply offers layaway with no charge on ATVs, go-karts, scooters, golf carts, wooden gym sets, toys, appliances, and so much more. Hometown Supply, the store with more. Call 272-0345 or stop by today. Hometown Supply, downtown Dublin.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Around Town. I'm your host, Elizabeth Graff. The wrestlers for West Lawrence Middle School hosted a match against Dodge County, Trinity, and East Lawrence at the old West Lawrence High School gym. We got a chance to speak with the coach for the Raiders, Brian Stokes. Now, Coach, I was wondering, there's a lot that it takes to become a wrestler, you know, a physical and mental. Explain what you have the boys do every time they come in to practice.
Well, they do a lot of cardio, a lot of calisthenics. We do a lot of running, a lot of push-ups, all kind of different athletic endeavors that we make them do to build their body up, build their strength up, build their endurance up, and build their mind up. They have to. We push them to the brink of just failure so they'll know that they can go farther than what they think they can go when they get on the mat.
So you don't give up. Basically.
No, that's correct. They never give up.
That's so true. Now, my son is also a wrestler here, and he's in the 8th grade. It's his 2nd year as a wrestler, and so I'm learning as a parent what it takes to be a wrestler, watching my son and watching the other wrestlers. So I'm learning as we go, and he's sitting there and he explains to me what this means and what that means. And right now he's wrestling at 113. But when he's out there, does he just wrestle the ones that are 113?
I think he's wrestling. I think his weight group is up to 118. I'm not a 118 and 119. 119, I believe.
Okay.
And so anybody from his weight up to 119. But Gage is a pretty strong kid, so he can handle the 2 or 3 pounds extra that the other boys might have on him.
Mm-hmm. Now, Coach here was telling us about, teaching the boys to not give up. And as I'm watching my son mature as a young man and watching him, he doesn't give up. And none of the boys that are out there give up. They keep going, and they're strong. They're mentally strong, too, and that takes a lot.
Yes, ma'am. And it's not just for wrestling. It's a continue on in life. What we try to build these young men up, and we have one girl, and we try to build them up to nothing is given to you in life. There's no one just going to come up to you and say, here, this is your life. It's guaranteed. You have to work for it, and that's what we want these young men and women to understand is they have to work for it, and you don't get anywhere unless you work for it in life.
Mm-hmm. Tell me how it's going so far this year.
So far it's good. We had our first dual meet a couple right before the Thanksgiving break, and we went down to Toombs County. We beat Toombs County and beat Swainsboro. We have another one against Dublin, East Lawrence, and Dodge County, and I believe Trinity is going to bring some of their boys over tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. And this is your first home match, right?
Yes, ma'am. This will be our first home meet.
Okay, so you're hosting.
Right, hosting it.
Okay, so this is a really great start for the group of kids that you have here.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We're really proud of them. We started out with 102 kids. A few of them dropped out. I think we're down to around 65, 68 now. A lot of kids, a lot of kids coming out. And everybody can't be starters, but we try to get everybody as many matches as we can to get them the experience. And a lot of our starters, they'll wrestle on the weekends and wrestle in other places. It's just they have to be dedicated. They have to, watch what they eat, keep their weight under control. They have to practice 3 or 4 nights a week, and it's tough, and we're tough on them.
Yes, Yes, my son, back to my boy, gotta love him. So when after practice, he always tells me how great he feels and everything. But by the time we get home, after just sitting in our vehicle for that ride home, and he gets out, he says, "Can somebody help me with my book bag?"
Well, and I'm sure he goes to bed early now.
He does, and he sleeps great.
And I don't charge extra for that. We our parents bring kids in, and I tell them, I said, I've been doing this since my son was 4 years old, and my son, he's really hyper. I mean, he's just all over the place. But he's been wrestling since he was 4, and I noticed right away after he started out going to the Storm Center with Coach Carr, and I noticed right away we would get home, practice would get over around 8, and by 9:30 we'd get home. He'd get his bath, eat, straight to bed.
Yeah.
And so it really it wears them out, and they get a good night's sleep. And like I said, we don't charge extra for that.
Right. Tell us who your son is.
My son's Evan Stokes. He's a starter. He's started all 3 years so far with the middle school, and looking forward to going to high school next year.
So he's an 8th grader now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How do you think his performance is as he matures as a wrestler?
It's pretty good. He can always be better.
Yeah.
You can always be better.
Yeah.
But he doesn't do bad. He doesn't like to lose. And so when he does lose, because everybody loses in this sport.
Yeah.
There's someone out there that's always better than you, and we try to let the kids know that when he loses, he takes it to heart. He doesn't like to lose, but he has fun at it and he loves it. And like I say, he's been doing it his whole life, so it's just a way of life for him.
Yeah. Now this is your part-time job, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me what you do when you're not here as West Lawrence Middle School coach.
I work for the sheriff department.
Okay. So you have a great job here. So you go out and you wrestle the bad guys, and you come here, you teach the good guys to wrestle too.
Try to, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Do you put any of that towards what you do with your coaching?
Well, just as in instilling life skills and things that I've went through in my life, I try to instill that onto the boys and the girls, and let them know that getting in trouble and doing bad things is not a way of life. It's not going to get you anywhere. I see it on a daily basis. I see a lot of kids that get in trouble, and then they grow up, and it's just then their kids start getting in trouble. It's just we're just trying to get these kids off the streets, give them something to do in the afternoons, and turn them into productive citizens.
I think you're doing a great job. Watching my son and the others out there, I think you're doing a really great job.
Well, we'll appreciate it. I've got a good group of coaches with me. We got 4 other coaches: Nelson Simmons, Jeff Shepard, Will Meeks, who also works with the sheriff department, with me, who doesn't even have a kid up here yet. His kid's in the 3rd grade, which he does wrestle. So we're grooming him for later on. And Jeff Shepard's kid's not in middle school either. They're just they're doing it because they love the sport and trying to make it better. And then Jim Guru from the middle school, he's a brand new coach, has no idea about wrestling.
Like me, we're in the same boat here.
we have to have a representative from the school, and he said, listen, don't know anything about wrestling, but I love the kids, and I'll be glad to come up there. And he's taking an interest in it and trying to learn. He had me explaining to him how the matches went, how the bouts went, and so it's great to have teachers like that also who's willing to give up their time to come up here after school after they've been dealing with these young folks all day.
Yes. And it's really great to be able to have such a good group who are dedicated to helping what's going on here, not only on the mats, but helping them mature to be really good adults.
Yes, ma'am. Well, I look at it like this: if I can make these 70 kids turn into good adults, that's 70 less I have to deal with on my job.
Yes. So. What a great place to start right here, West Lawrence Middle School Wrestling. All right, well, we're going to watch the match and see how things are going. Thanks for talking with us.
Thank you.
And now here are some highlights from the recent match. Stay tuned for more. You're watching Around Town. Welcome back, and here are more highlights from the West Lawrence Middle School, Dodge County, Trinity, and East Lawrence wrestling match. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time on Around Town.